Hello again everyone, I just have a couple of small announcements about upcoming videos. But first, I want to say that we reached 80,000 subscribers. Only about a month or two ago, it was at 70,000, so that's pretty insane, at least for me. But then again, my standards aren't too high for that kind of thing. So thank you everyone so much for helping me get this far. My current goal is to get the silver play button from YouTube, which means we have to get to 100,000 subscribers. That would be so cool if I could get that. A lot of you new subscribers came from my slang video, and to you, I would like to say, welcome. But I also recommend watching my newer videos because they're much better in my opinion. I'm still a bit baffled at why the slang video is my most popular, but at least it gets people's attention. If you haven't already, you can follow the Instagram page for this channel and check out my new blog. The blog has nothing to do with the 1920s. Right now, I'm writing articles about my great-grandmother, using her photos, diaries, letters, and documents to tell as many stories about her life as possible. It's just a personal project that I figured I might as well share here just in case anyone is interested. The links will be in the description of this video. Okay, moving on. I want to say that I'll be doing a series reading out the articles covering a national poll that the Literary Digest conducted in 1922. Its goal was to poll as many American people as possible to see what their views were on Prohibition. You'll hear most of this in the first video of the series, but basically they asked whether people wanted to repeal the Volstead Act, amend it, or strictly enforce it. Eventually, the Literary Digest amassed hundreds of thousands of responses, and while that's still not even close to comprehensive, it's probably the largest scale contemporary statistical data that we have. The Literary Digest was a weekly publication, so in every issue for a few months, they featured a piece about the progress of the poll. Not only does it provide a statistical breakdown of each state, it also presents the views and statements of detractors as well as their criticisms of how the poll was conducted, many of which were warranted. The data itself might not be all that useful for drawing a broad conclusion for a variety of reasons, but you can get a glimpse into the arguments of the now unpopular prohibitionists, which I think is pretty interesting. Now, the reason why I'm talking about it here is because I feel like people won't think that the videos look interesting at first glance. And first glances are very important on YouTube. And since there will be quite a few videos in the series, I want to try to boost the viewership for those videos. I might try to use some tongue-in-cheek clickbait titles just to have a little fun with it. Another series I want to announce is about poetry. Now, I'm not a big poetry person, but I want to share selected poems from Langston Hughes, one of the leading figures of the Harlem Renaissance. A while back, I bought a book of his collected poetry, so I've been considering this idea for a long time now. Hughes's views on race, as well as more universal topics, are expressed in his poems, but he's most known for giving us a perceptive glimpse into black culture during the Harlem Renaissance, and quite a few of them could easily serve as an anthem of the Great Migration. Now, with that said, there have been some strong emotions expressed in the comment sections of my previous videos involving race. And because many of his poems focus on race, I hope there won't be any problems like that in the comments for these videos. Most of the poems are very short, so the videos will also be very short, about 30 seconds to a minute and a half of me attempting to do a proper reading. But keep in mind that I am not a professional voice actor or well-versed in poetry. So if you think you can do a poetry reading better than me, I'd be open to featuring other people's readings of his 1920s works at some point, or really any other poems from the 1920s. Right now, I'm thinking of putting out one poem every week, bringing my weekly uploads to 3, at least temporarily. I'm not sure how long I'll keep that up, maybe a few months at least. And if I find some other interesting poems from different authors, I might feature them as well. Another short thing I'll mention is that soon I'll be getting a new setup for making videos. As some of you might remember, a while back I mentioned that since I started this channel, I've been using only an old laptop, the built-in microphone to record, and iMovie to edit. But since I monetized my channel, I've gotten enough money to buy an actual desktop and an actual mic. I don't really know yet how this will affect my videos, if at all, but I'll look into it. I guess that just about does it. So yeah, keep an eye out for those new videos and check out my blog if that interests you, and well, that's all for now, all you sheiks and gals out there, but stay tuned for more tales from the Jazz Age.